U18 Boys Division 1 Tier 1 Bronze Medal Match on Court 11 between Pac-Man Gold Omar and Phoenix Skybirds, and the Gold Medal Match on Court number 10 between Pac-Man Gold Jesse and the KW Invictus. Please rise and remove your caps for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem. Fans, we ask that you hold your applause as we will announce each player's name and number. They will then step forward and we will do a double clap. Starting with Pac-Man Gold Omar, your captain, number 6, Daniel Lewis. Number 1, Renik Kolskala. Number 2, Ben Carmans. Number 3, Ashkan Amiri. Number 4, Parker Ocampo. Number 5, Tristan Hassel. Number 7, Yahia and Saeed. Number 8, Troy Decunia. Number 9, Mikael Panasuk. Number 10, Brandon Leons. Number 11, Dylan Lane. Number 12, Tyson Parasnak. Number 13, Moy Kai Fitzgerald. Number 14, Justin Lowry. Your assistant coaches, Gage Mangel, Osami Osefa, Diam Win, and head coach Omar Jazar. For the Phoenix Skybirds, your captain, number 15, Jake McKieran. Number 1, Andrew Rose. Number 2, Ewan Clark. Number 5, Christian Barron. Number 7, Alan Yu. Number 8, Ike Anthony. Number 9, Carter Crooks. Number 10, Daryl Miles Jose. Number 12, Phoenix Wise. Number 13, Ali Sadat. Number 14, Eric Wan. Number 17, Michael Corman. Number 18, Francesco Casillo. Number 22, Gabriel Gonzalez Reyes. Your assistant coaches, Greg McDonald, Tariq Sani, Tynan Gannett, and your head coach, Alan Arsenault. The referees for this match are Brittany Saunders, Melanie Deschamps, followed by the linesmen Brian Fu and Brian Imons. For the Pac-Man Gold Jesse, your captain, number 11, Cooper Spare. Number 1, Julius Greenstein. Number 2, Reed Folsom. Number 4, Davis Hinshelwood. Number 5, Alexa Rakic. Number 6, Raya Whiting. Number 7, Spencer Ham. Number 8, Matthew Falker. Number 9, Luke Armstrong. Number 10, Will Claremont. Number 13, Connor Gunn. Number 15, Jordan Lowring. Number 17, Cristiano Sanmiliano. Your assistant coaches, Andre Smith, Chris Adams, David McAllister, Harmeet Sangha, and your head coach, Jesse Sadie. Now the KW Preds, your captain, number 2, Toby Snyder. Number 1, Andrew Dropper. Number 3, Mitchell Watkins. Number 4, John Pook. Number 6, Tyson Casone. Number 8, Savi Basra. Number 9, Kyle Malchenko. Number 10, Aiden Vanderhavel. Number 12, Tristan Vanderhavel. Number 14, Noah Hum. Number 17, Benjamin Clark. Number 22, Adam LeBlanc. Number 24, Cameron Hutt. 77, Alexander Sharka. Your assistant coaches, Alex Bolma, Alan Clarkson, Matthew Snyder, and your head coach, Luke Snyder. The referees for this gold medal match are Kennedy Ramsden and Sue Burns. The linesmen, Alex Frappier and Hugh Davis. Let's hear it for these 4 teams. Make some noise. in the mob, you in the mob. I done been left in the rain. I ain't nowhere to go. I feel less of a man. I can't depend on them. They put my brother inside. They grind and found me a sound. Don't care if it's warm. You know, the sleep holding them down. If she a hustler, fine and honest, I'm bringing her around. I told her I don't care what she do in the street, just don't let me look like a clown. Bitch, I stack my playground, you know, stacks and paper. I'm hanging at a barbecue, running shot the whole playground. Eastside, about gunplay, say the wrong thing with a chase out. You know, broad day with an AR, I trust still trying to get the chase out. How many problems you got? How many people that died? Love it when I rap. How many credit you flop? How many lawyers you got? How many times you got shot? How many times you shot? How many times did you ride? How many people that died? How many times did you cheat? How many times did you lie? How many times did you leave? How many times did you cry? How many chances she gave? Or a week of that? Every day that I'm alive.
They kept on going like this to make sure there was something hanging off my back. I was gonna put it right here if I did it, but I couldn't come up with a good time. Now it's broken. Give me half, you take half.
Penitentiary chances just to make a couple bucks. My heart's so cold, I just put it in my cup. Game versus the world, me and my dog, it was us. Then you went and wrote a statement and they really hit me up. My brother lost his life and it turned me to a beast. My brother got life and it turned me to the streets. I've been through the storm and it turned me to a G. But the other side was sunny, I get paid to rap on beats. How much money? You know we had to get the hooligans up here to go take it. Yo, God, I got you. Can't stop, won't stop. I just been shot, John, can't stop. Treat her bad, like she average. I treat her bad, like a bad. They never let me get money again. On my cat wingers when they get funny again. Yeah, you see they trying to call me out. I'm like that. Just hit that number one, be right back. 100 down on the bottom, 100 up at the top. Top 10 and great, probably slap on the profit. I done had everything that you able to get. I ain't been in drill too. I ain't gonna lie, it's shots.
Welcome to the 18U Boys Division I Tier 1 gold medal match between KW Preds Invictus and Pac-Man Gold Jesse. I'm Lauren Bredner, joined by Becky Pavin. Becky, you excited for this match?
I'm really excited. It's always nice to see a home crowd with the KW Preds in it. This place is very, very loud, and there's lots of people here to cheer on both teams, and I think it's going to be a great matchup.
I agree. I think we can expect a lot of offense, hard hits, nice angled shots, heavy serves, and some great passing. What do you think?
Yeah, these athletes are at the end of their club careers. A lot of them are heading off to some great post-secondary schools, and you know they're starting to peak at the end of season, and they're ready to show what they've been working for the last few years on.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be a fun match. Let's get it started. Pac-Man goal, Jesse with the serve to start off this match. Deep serve into 5, handled well by number 2 to the middle set. Hutt tips it over to 5. Blocked again by number 24 on the Pred side. Pac-Man goes to the right side, option blocked by number 24 on KW Preds to start off this match.
Preds has a pretty big block up there, and they tried to tip it over, but the block just kept going up there.
Really elevated on that. Number 9 serving for Preds. Handled well by Pac-Man. Looking for that little reverse quick by number 11 on Pac-Man there, just out on the sideline.
Preds still in control with the serve. Strong serve, Pac-Man passing it up back and going for the C ball from 10. A strong high swing, but recovered. And again off the block, and they keep recycling it. 2 going up and a very sharp swing, just out, but what an angle.
Yeah, great idea by number 2 on Pac-Man, Reed Folsom. Really wanted that sharp cross-court shot, just missing on the sideline there.
Great pass and a very effective dump. It looked like the setter was going to go give it to the middle there, but instead the setter, number 7, Spencer Ham, with a very short dump.
Smart move on the setter there.
Pac-Man serving.
Serving number 11 on Pac-Man, Cooper Spear.
And Preds gets the ball to the middle. Number 24, Cameron Hutt with the tip short. Snyder back to serve for the Preds.
24, Hutt has a nice high reach, is able to get that ball that was set high for him.
Nice serve down the line, sends the setter running, and a high ball out. Pushed past the block and off, but the Preds get it up in a nice high swing. He swings again, Andrew Droppert with a nice deep swing to the corner, getting the kill for the Preds after recycling it right off the block.
Yeah, he got those last 2 fingers on the middle blocker there on Pac-Man, took advantage of that to score and get another point for Preds here.
Snyder still on the service line for Preds. A deep serve that goes a little too deep, just out the end line for Snyder there, and serve back to Pac-Man with number 7, Spencer Ham, going back to the end line to serve.
That brings number 10, Will Calarmo, to the front row for a right side on Pac-Man. All 3 options in the front. Out of system play here for Preds. They don't put over a 3 ball for Pac-Man. They go to their middle, number 1, Julius Greenstein, and he scores right in that deep shot to 1.
Just a great deep shot coming from a middle quick. That's a tough one to defend because it's a big hole on the court, especially on a middle attack.
Serving again, setter for Pac-Man, Spencer Ham, number 7.
Preds setter gets the hands up late and causes an out-of-system swing, but a big swing from the right side. Tyson Cassone hammering it through the block and finding the seam.
He really gave it everything he had with that shot, falling down to the ground after contact, but nice shot by number 6, Cassone for
Hutt
Preds.
on the end line, serving for Preds. Back to the right side. Dropper gets his hands on it and keeps it on Pac-Man's side. Another tight set, but they managed to get it over with a tip. And the setter just misses Vanderville in the middle, but Droppert is there to get it over the net for the point. Hutt still on the end line with the service.
Nice deep float serve for Hutt. They option to go out to the left side, and that's their right side lefty hitter, Will Calarmo, finding the court there, up and over the right side, Tyson Cassone there. Pac-Man number 2, Reed Folsom serving. Deep float to 1, handled by the lib. That was an overpass, but number 1 for Pac-Man was over top of the playing field there, and Preds gets the point.
Cassone on the end line, getting ready to serve. Deep ball to 1 that sails long and called out, and the ball is back on Pac-Man's service line.
Serving
Serve.
number 1 for Pac-Man. Their middle. Preds option to go to a C ball for Tyson Cassone, and he delivers with a kill for Preds. Good side out.
That was a back row attack, but it almost looked like a front row attack from Cassone there. And droppers on the end line serving for the Preds. A jump spin that doesn't quite get high enough and hits the tape, but you got to send over those strong serves if you don't want to, if you want to have a chance on defense.
You really do. Number 10 serving for Pac-Man, Will Clarmo. They're down 6-9 here in the first set. He'll look to serve and get some momentum for the team.
That ball also long, and we're trading airs right now from the service line. Let's see if Aiden can get this ball in the court and give his team a chance for a run here. That's a nice dropping serve that Pac-Man just can't recover. They end up chasing that ball down and sending it over outside of the antenna, which is not legal in volleyball, causing a timeout called by Pac-Man.
So Pac-Man's down here 6-11 in the first set. What do you think is the topic of conversation in that huddle right now?
I think that the Pac-Men need to control when the serve is coming over and in. They're chasing that ball quite a bit. When they're getting that ball up to their middle and their outside attackers, they're producing points, but they've got to be able to consistently get their hands on the ball as a setter so that they can produce points here. And Preds is really running things with their serve.
Yeah, agreed. Preds are really dominating on that baseline. I think Pac-Man's going to have to look to limit those errors on their side and get business done, and then hopefully that'll show some results here as we move forward in the first set.
Coming out of a timeout, Pac-Man's going to be looking to turn this around and control the serve coming from Preds here with number 10, Aiden Vandenheuvel on the end line. He's a really high player and he's reaching high, so that ball's coming down fast over the net, even from the end line. A chasing pass, and number 10 for Pac-Man swinging hard from the back row, Will Clarmo, with a big kill right out of that timeout to give the Pac-Men some momentum here.
That swing had a lot of confidence behind it, so it'll be really interesting to see if we get some momentum here for Pac-Man from that swing off Clarmo.
13 on the end line for Pac-Man serving, Connor Gunn. Deep spin serve.
Yeah.
Hutt couldn't quite swing at the ball, and the tip's picked up by number 10. And a response from the left side, number 2 for Pac-Man, Reed Folsom, with a hard, deep swing that Preds just can't control there.
Looks like that was a good timing for timeout for Pac-Man as they are on a roll now with 2 points. 13 back to serve for Pac-Man, Connor Gunn. Hard
Strong
serve.
Toby Snyder with a beautiful high swing, just getting the inside blocker's fingertips for the kill.
Yeah, smart swing by Captain Toby Snyder for the Preds. Right off that tall block of Cooper Sphere on Pac-Man.
Number 9, Melichenko serving for Preds, and there's an overpass, but the setter from Pac-Man gets his hands on it for the dump. A nice cut shot by Tyson Cassone down the line from the right side, finding that big open hole in the corner.
Yeah, he disguised that shot really well, coming in hard on his angle of approach, but able to bring it back down the line to score.
Number 9 on the service line still. Going to the left side, and Hutt gets his hands on that swing, and it's straight down back at Pac-Man.
Yeah, number 24, Hutt for Predators, really left no room for Folsom to swing at all.
Number 9 serves again. Going with the middle, and that is a decisive kill. Number 11 for Pac-Man, Cooper Spear with the nice cut to 5 coming from behind the setter.
Yeah, quick side out there from Spear. You like to see it. And he's back to serve. Free serve. I think there was a ball on the court on the Pac-Man side.
On the court, yeah.
Spear back on the baseline.
Deep serve being pushed outside to Cassone. What a swing off the block there. The Pac-Men have to pursue the ball off the sport court. And at the Ontario Championships, at least 1 foot must be on the sport court to count. So that ends up as a kill for Cassone.
Captain Toby Snyder back to serve for Predators. Handled well by the front court left side. He gets the ball again right down the line, but dug by setter number 9. Out of system ball handled by Cassone, and it hits the roof, causing some chaos. Point Pac-Men.
Number 7, Spencer Ham on the end line serving for Pac-Men. Preds trying to recover after a little chaos. Nice pass by Toby Snyder, and a back quick to Hutt gets dug. A swing by number 10 for Pac-Men, and an out-of-system set out to number 2. And a big block by Tyson Cassone to get the ball back on Preds territory.
Yeah, that was a great swing by Reed Folsom. However, Cassone was right there. He wanted that line shot, and there was no room available for him to swing.
Absolutely. Hutt
Cassone
serving.
sends it right back.
Fast. The ball's out of system to the right side. And Vanden Heuvel gets his hands on it, but they recover. Number 10 with a hard swing down the line, and Preds are called on the net while blocking, giving the point to the Pac-Men.
Yeah, Klarmo, he's a lefty swinger. He found the seam between Cassone and Vanden Heuvel. Ultimately, they were on the net that call, but that was a great option for him.
Number 6 on the service line for Pac-Men here, Ryan Whitting. The ball's up, our setter sets it outside to Droppert, who takes a massive swing with no block in front of him, and the ball was not able to be controlled. There was a lot of heat on that swing.
What a shot, what a swing by Droppert. And going back to serve now is number 6, Tyson Cassone for Preds.
Great up by the libero for Pac-Men, and a very in-system tempo ball out to the left side for number 13, Connor Gunn, to get the swing.
Yeah, what a set choice by Spencer Ham on Pac-Men. Had no time for the middle blocker on Preds to move it out there, leaving a full gap in that block for 13 to be successful there.
As they've learned, you can't leave number 11 alone in the middle, so you have to commit to something. 5 to serve for Pac-Men. Back quick to Aiden Vanden Heuvel, and a decisive swing cross court back to 1.
What an option for our front court setter and Aiden Vanden Heuvel to connect that little reverse quick, giving him so many options to score there.
Number 1 Droppert on the service line, and he sends it long.
Opting for a float serve there versus the spin last serve. Pac-Men serving their right side, number 10, Will Klarmo. He serves it into the net, Predators point.
Number 10, Aiden Vanden Heuvel, back on the end line to serve. Preds are in a decisive lead right now, but Pac-Men looking to come back and really produce some offense here. Ball to the left side, and a tip. The Preds get their hands on that, but they can't control it, and 13 on Pac-Men comes up with the kill.
Yeah, Melchenko almost got most of that ball, but just missing it, causing the ball to fall back on the Preds side. Pac-Men point. Number 13, Connor Gunn, serving for Pac-Men. Spin serve. Just long there for Gunn.
A great aggressive serve, though, that just missed by maybe an inch, causing Pac-Men to call their second time out of the game. What are they saying to them?
I think that in the Pac-Man conversation right now, it should be also noted that they are the 17U provincial champions from last weekend. So I think it's just more confidence building. They might be a little tired, fatigued, but getting back to their systems and what they know best, I think will benefit them in the last half of this set.
Absolutely. Both of these teams are clearly teams that know how to win. Pac-Man coming off their championship last weekend, and the Preds defending their provincial champion for the championship for the third year in a row. They're looking for a three-peat here. And the teams are, I think we're going to see a lot of back and forth, and we can't count any team out at any moment here.
Definitely. I think what's been working for Pac-Man on their side of the net is their tempo. So if they can keep that up and consistently score with that, then I think they'll be just fine moving forward.
Absolutely. We're back out here, and we have Preds on the service line.
They lead 20-14 in this first set. We have number 9,
Kyle Melchenko, on the service line out of the timeout. Great pass for the Pac-Man. And a high swing that misses hands, but an aggressive one.
Yeah, going back to that backcourt option with Will Clarmo, just missing long on that one.
Another serve by Melchenko. They send it out to the left side, but it's a little tight. And we have Preds on the net there. It looked like the tip was out, but the Preds couldn't control their bodies there, chasing after that very fast tempo ball outside.
Very fast and very tight.
We have Cooper Sphere on the end line for the Pac-Men serving.
Captain Cooper. Handled well by number 14, Libero on Preds to the back set to Snyder. Hits a high, heavy ball cross court there that Pac-Man could not contain.
Completely avoiding the block and leaving it to the defense to try to absorb the velocity on that swing. Oh my gosh. And right back to serve now for Snyder. A dying serve sent on to the outside, and Hutt gets his hands on the ball again. There's no recovering that blocked ball as it went straight down.
That block on the Pred side is daunting right now. That was so well formed by Hutt, closing everything up. No options for Folsom there.
Toby Snyder serves at 23 points. And a big swing. The block gets their hands on it again, but the ball's continued. And they call the Pac-Man on 4 hits, claiming the block didn't touch it. There's a sub right now for KW Predators, number 22 going in, Adam LeBlanc.
Toby Snyder still on the service line, deep float.
Set point
right back
here.
at Folsom.
They try to force the middle. And a little bit of a sloppy play on both sides there, but Dropper gets the job done and puts the ball down.
To end the set, first set goes to Predators, 25-15.
Preds came out with a lot of energy that game, and it looked like they're on a mission right now, and Pac-Man's going to have to find a way to try to stop them. Coming off their win, they're experienced in this atmosphere. They should know that they can come out this set as Pac-Man and turn it around here.
Yeah, agreed. I think there's a lot of energy right now on the Predators side, just from who's in the stands, all the local support. But I think that Pac-Man can turn it around, and it'll be really exciting to see what they change and adapt to really get the better of Preds if they want to win the next set.
Absolutely. There's a big crowd out at Rim Park today. Lots of signs and lots of noise on both courts here, as we have Preds who are at home here, and then we have 2 Pac-Man team playing right now on either court, fighting for double medals. And wouldn't that be
impressive?
Something?
Very impressive.
Preds probably trying to anticipate what Pac-Man are going to do here as they prepare to head into the second set, knowing that Pac-Man are going to come out and try to respond in some way, and just trying to get ahead and anticipate what changes they might make so that they can come out prepared.
Yeah, agreed. I think Pac-Man's going to have to diversify their setting options, which starts with the pass. I think Preds are doing a really good job putting pressure on the service line to Pac-Man. However, they're setting a lot of out-of-system balls to the left side, and the Preds are really anticipating that, and their block is proving to be very successful. So I think it'll start with the pass for Pac-Man to really get into this game, allowing their setter to have some different options.
Yeah. Especially with the size on the court for the Preds when they have their right side and front row. That left side option, they're going to have to become more comfortable wiping off the block and going hard for hands, because there's a lot of arm over the net right now for Preds.
Swinging into it will not work, as we learned in that first set.
Both teams back on the floor, and we can see the Pac-Men have a libero change. Number 5, who was dressed in black for the first set, is now wearing the white jersey, signaling that he is now the libero.
Mixing it up to start. We like to see it.
Minchenko back to serve and puts it over. A good dig by Snyder, and a high ball back to him as he tries to recover from that tip dig.
Some miscommunication there on the Pac-Man side. Setter couldn't get to that ball, however, didn't communicate that he needed help in time. So Preds point. Number 9 back to the service line, Malchenko.
And a nice high serve that 9 can't get his arms on fast enough, shanking it up into the stands here at Rim Park.
These deep serves are proving to be a problem for Pac-Man on the pass. We'll see if they adjust now.
9 still on the service line. That's a much better pass there, setting up for a fast outside ball that unfortunately Cassone blocks, but hits the net on his way down there. Point for Pac-Man. 13 heading to the end line. Connor Gunn for Pac-Man. A spin serve that we pick up on the Pred side, but it doesn't transition into a kill here. Minchenko gets in there, tries to get Hutt the ball, but a little bit of a disconnect between the setter and his middle. 13 Guns still on the service line for Pac-Man.
Great spin serve. Pred scrambling to get the ball over. They give a free ball to Pac-Man. They opt with the middle. Captain Cooper back again with his middle kill, using the long hands of Hutt to score for Pac-Man.
That was a great run by the setter for Pac-Man there to get number 11 the ball. He's definitely raging in there, ready for that ball, and he wants the kill.
13 still serving for Pac-Man, Connor Gunn. Opting for that spin serve. Handled by Dropper out to the left side. Cassone squeaks it through the block. And that ball goes out of bounds from the dig off of the sport court. Predators point.
For Preds, Snyder is back to serve. A ball dropping short that's overpassed, and Hutt is there with his hands up at the net to just block that right back into an open spot. It was a smart serve. We've seen a lot of aggressive deep serves from both teams. To drop one short at that moment was a nice tactical move. Snyder serves again, going deep corner, and the line judge calls it in on the line. All the Pac-Man players had backed off of that, expecting it to be out, but what a great spot.
Snyder on a roll from the baseline, giving the Preds the 5-3 edge in the second set here.
A sub for Pac-Man, number 2 going into the game for Pac-Man, Reed Folsom.
Back into the game, and he's targeted there for the serve from Snyder, but he handles it well. Transition to hit, uses Cassone on the right side, number 6 for Preds, to side out for the kill.
What a great sub, coming straight off the bench and immediately making an impact for his team.
Number 11, Cooper Spear serving for Pac-Man. Too long there. Predators point. We have number 24, Hutt, back to serve for Preds.
Ball goes deep in a tight pass. The setter tries to dump that over, but number 10, Vanden Heuvel is in the way. Ball back to Vanden Heuvel on the dig, and a big swing. The dig can't be controlled and goes out of bounds on the way back over. Good transition and footwork by the middle in the front row.
The middles are definitely making an impact on Predators right now, and Pac-Man doesn't have an answer so far for their offense.
Hutt on the service line, dropping it slightly short, but controlled well by Pac-Man and getting it to their middle. Not a great connection, and what a big back row swing by Snyder. I believe on the second ball.
That was a 2-ball from Snyder from pipe. What a great option for Predators, leaving Pac-Man uncertain on where the ball was coming, and they were not ready for that.
For Snyder to be ready to approach and swing at that ball is really something. That anticipation after that beautiful dig high in the middle, that's a tough ball to prepare for Pac-Man.
Yeah, definitely tough ball. Predators are rolling with some confidence right now, working really well as a team. I think Pac-Man's going to look to come and use that confidence also to their advantage, work together, and really side out here, and they'll have to go on a run to get back in this game.
Yeah, Preds are becoming a hard team to defend right now because they're really spreading their offense. Their middles are involved, and then their outsides are also producing. When a team is firing on all cylinders, it's really difficult for the other side on defense to put up a block and then also to defend because you don't know who the biggest threat is.
Yeah, you have to be ready for anything on the Pac-Man side. And also on the Predators side, there might be some uncertainty on when the ball's going to come over the net. So staying on your toes on both sides of the net will be key.
Pac-Man looking to respond out of the timeout here with Hutt on the service line for Preds. Great pass on the Pac-Man side out to number 2 with a swing going right through the block for Predators and landing in the middle of the court by number 2.
Yeah, great tempo on that set. The block didn't have time to fully form there, giving Reed Folsom some options to swing at.
Deep serve controlled by Snyder, and the back set to Cassone, and a very controlled, sharp cross-court swing. He knew the set that he had in front of him, and he didn't try to do too much with it. He just put it at a great angle that made it difficult for the Pac-Man to get up.
Yeah, for sure. That almost looked like a no-look hit across his body with his shoulder, showing some flexibility there.
Absolutely.
Cassone back to serve, number 6 for Preds. Pac-Man out of system, ball to the left side, recycled by Preds. Folsom on the right side looking to swing, but hits it into the net for that one. Preds point.
Yeah, the Pac-Man running into some tight sets and some low sets, and they're trying to produce on things that they need a little bit higher maybe. There we go, a nice set till outside, and number 10 is denied by Minchenko, the setter, on the right side block.
Great block by Malchenko. That set was a little tight for Clermont, but Malchenko really sealing the net, not letting that ball go anywhere.
Right side set, a nice high reach by number 2. He tried to tool the block, but unfortunately it didn't get enough horizontal movement, and it landed in off that block.
Back-to-back blocks by Preds here on a roll. Cassone serving 12-5. Goes to that short float serve, handled well. Setter goes to the middle for a different look, and he's able to capitalize off of the left side block of Droppert.
That was a very controlled swing by number 1 in the middle there, and a great changeup by the setter. Number 2, Folsom on the end line serving for Pac-Man. Going for a deep 1 serve that the Preds leave and is just out.
Cassone just able to step out of the way there. He almost got caught touching the ball.
You don't want that to happen. Droppert serving on the end line, bringing out a spin serve. The libero controls it for a perfect pass and a beautiful middle run to number 1, Julius Greenstein for the Pac-Men.
I'm noticing a little more controlled passes by Pac-Man here. They're getting it up more consistently to 2.5, where the setter is giving him more options and running the middle, which seems to be working very well right now for Pac-Man.
Number 1 to serve, right to Droppert, who gives a beautiful pass. That middle set floating to the net gets blocked, and then Droppert tipping over a triple block that gets their hands on it. And number 10 getting under the ball and swinging just a little too aggressively from that position and sends it out the end line.
Hunting for some hands on that swing.
I think so. Number 5 on the Pac-Man, Alexa Rakic, really bringing some stability to their pass. Let's see if the Preds are avoiding him. Vanden Heuvel on the end line serving for Preds. Libero has to set that pass, and out to the left side, a nice high tip, but sends the Preds scrambling with a tip back over the net. 13 goes in for a very fast tempo set that just goes over his head.
Yeah, unlucky there by Pac-Man. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication leading them into this timeout here as they're down 7-15 in this second set. What do you think they're discussing in that timeout?
If I'm Pac-Man, I'm discussing that we need to generate some offense and make some safer sets here. They're getting some decent passes. Their middles are scoring really well, so I'd be looking to get it back to the middle despite the big hands in front of them, because they've been working around those big hands pretty well. Their outsides are a little more volatile right now, a little up and down, and it might be just the connection with that tempo set they're sending outside.
Yeah, for sure. I think they've handled the pass. It's getting a little more consistent on their side. So I think you're right. They need to generate or find a way to score some points on offense.
Preds over here, they need to just keep pressing the way they are. They're putting up a block that's really hard for the outsides to get past, and the Pac-Men over there are aiming for their hands, but they're missing, and when the hands are that high, if you miss, the ball really sails.
For sure, and they need to focus on their serve. I know they're serving really well, but Pac-Man is also passing a lot better. So they're going to have to work on the challenging serves coming from the baseline, starting with Vanden Heuvel here, number 10, out of the timeout.
Preds on the end line, send the serve over. The libero takes the hands and sends it outside. A strong, nice deep swing by number 13 on Pac-Man that misses the end line.
Yeah, definitely. It was a nice, strong hit, maybe hoping he was going to clip the middle blocker's hand there, but keep swinging. That was a great option.
Vanden Heuvel still on the end line serving for the Preds. Vanden Heuvel serves a ball that drops, and they get it to their middle blocker with a one-on-one, and 11 with a huge swing to get the point for the Pac-Men.
Wow, Cooper Sphere, his hitting efficiency is really high. He's having a great game for Pac-Man.
He's not shying away from that big Preds block either, and he's just swinging away. Ball by Pac-Man is served just wide. And number 9, Kyle Melchenko is back to the service line for Preds.
Great deep serve to Folsom. They go outside to the left for Connor Gunn. Preds opt to go to the right side of Cassone. Wow. Delivering that ball right down the line off of the block. The libero could not handle the heat.
That was a great cut because it looked like they almost had that line covered there, and he was able to slice it into that very small opening.
Melchenko back to serve here again, leading 18-8 in favor of the Predators. Nice pass by Connor Gunn. He gets the ball back and is able to squeak the ball in between the middle and the net there. Pac-Man point, nice side out by Gunn.
Number 13, Gunn on the service line for the Pac-Men. Nice spin serve, controlled by Preds pretty well. They send it outside. What a shot by Cassone. with a big wrist away action that lands that ball within a foot of the net on the other side.
I'm not sure if that was planned or not, but it worked. That was an insane cut shot back into 4 by Cassone. Snyder on the serve for Preds. Handled well by the libero on Pac-Man. They go to the left side on Folsom. Great wipe off of the block for Reed, really mixing up his shot selection to get the point for Pac-Man.
Looks like the outsides on Pac-Man are playing a bit of a smarter game now, trying to use the hands instead of going through them. 11 on the end line serving for Pac-Man, Captain Cooper. Big swing by Dropper that gets touched by the block, but Pac-Man couldn't recover it on the defensive side of that play. Hutt going back to the service line for Preds here. And a drop short serve and a ball right back to the passer there it came from. A great line shot that just missed by about an inch.
Yeah, Folsom really trying to diversify his shot selection to give himself the best chance to score, just missing the sideline on that line shot. That was a nice quick set out to him. Let's see what his next shot selection will be here as Hutt serving for Predators. Deep serve. Number 13 was not expecting that.
And it looks like they're trying to make the attacking passer a little busier by sending the ball in that direction. And unfortunately on that time, number 2 had already gone outside to transition to swing, leaving 13 surprised.
Switching it up, serve to number 1 or position 1 for the libero, running that middle. Number 1 for Pac-Man, Julius Greenstein. Nice spot into 1, scoring for Pac-Man side out.
Preds up by 11 points here at 22-11, and Pac-Man on the service line looking to come back here. Number 7 Ham with the serve to the back row, ball to the middle, and a deep swing by number 12 Vanden Heuvel, but Tristan Vanden Heuvel. It was a great swing that the ref couldn't even see. It was moving so fast. The lines
Had
judge
to get out of the way.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
And the ref called it in from the top. Ham serving again. Another great pass by the Preds libero. Back to the outside. And number 12, Tristan Vanden Heuvel, getting in on the blocking action of the Preds middles.
It's a block party on the Predators side right now.
Number 12 just entered the game. Cassone serving now. That Pac-Man libero with a great pass. 10 tipping the ball on a tight pass or set. Cassone, an off-speed shot, sending the Pac-Man into out of system. And number 2, Reed Folsom, sending the ball just long in transition.
Yeah, he had a nice great swing on that high contact. I think maybe he was looking for some hands. Just missing long on that shot though. Cassone serving again. Number 6 for Preds right into the net. Side out for Pac-Man here.
But set point on the Preds side, the Pac-Man are going to have to put some serious pressure on them here.
Set point, number 2, Reed Folsom serving for Pac-Man, 13-24. Good serve, handled well by Snyder. Setter looks to go over on 2, gets into the block for Pac-Man. There's a start for maybe a run.
Absolutely. The Preds are in the position of power right now. They just need 1 point, but Pac-Man's not going to let up, and they're going to have to do something to get themselves out of this. Great serve by Folsom. The setter is forced to set, and Dropper goes up with a nice deep swing. Dug up, but out of bounds for Pac-Man. Preds take the second set, 25-14.
I think that was a much better set for Pac-Man. They look a little more comfortable on this stage. I think they've passed a lot better and are serving stronger, trying to get the Predators out of system a little bit more, and I think they're going to need more of that moving into this third set.
Absolutely. They've got their serve receive sorted out here, but now they need to start generating some points. Their middles are doing a great job for them with a very high hitting percentage. and now their outsides are just starting to break into using that block the right way because there's a big block in front of them.
Definitely. It's a block party, as mentioned before, on the Predators side, and they're going to have to adjust on the Pac-Man side, get some creative shot selections, and help each other out by communicating where the block is, I think will be key moving forward.
Preds just looking to keep up the momentum that they've got right now and not waver in what they're doing. They're passing well, they're serving well, as you've said, and they're putting up a wall. So if they can maintain this, they're going to be hard to overcome with the momentum of a 2-0 lead right now in this Ontario Championships Finals.
100%. Keep rolling with that confidence, and we'll see what happens here in this third set. Before we start this third set, we're just going to thank some of our sponsors: Canuck Stuff, Mikasa, Mizuno, Huddle, HTG Sports, Government Ontario, Six Pack Recruiting, and Temu.ca. And huge shout out to the Waterloo region and Rim Park, our hosts for Ontario Championships this year.
As both teams are taking the floor again, we're hearing a lot of cheering from this massive crowd here at Rim Park. Both sides have a fair amount of support and lots of signs from the home team.
Looks like both rosters are very similar to what the first set looked like.
Number 5 staying in as libero for the Pac-Man. He did such a great job and made a massive impact for their serve receive coming in last set as libero. I believe he's also one of their setters.
Very interesting. Yeah, he's definitely stable and consistent in the back row for them.
Folsom with the first serve of the set, and Toby Snyder takes the ball from outside the antenna and manages to force it back into play, getting a kill.
Yeah, great fix by Snyder there. That ball was definitely going further past where he was, but he was able to fix it right over the block.
Molchenko serving for the Preds. Great pass, and the middle making a very smart shot right into the pot of the Preds, and they just are back on their heels waiting for that strong swing we've seen from him earlier in the game. And 11 back to serve. Captain Cooper.
I like that. CC, Captain Cooper. Handled by the libero on Preds to the outside for Cassone. Just clipping that back corner, or maybe the block, I'm not sure. Anyways, point for Predators.
Snyder on the service line for the KW Preds. Sending a dropping ball into Folsom, who gets the ball back to number 10 as a C ball, and he swings a beautiful deep ball that lands inside the end line.
Yeah, great shot by Clermont as he's now transitioning to the front row. We'll see if he's able to make more of an impact here in the front row for these next 3 rotations as well.
Ham serves the ball to the Preds, and a great pass by their libero, Hume. And then a big swing from right side that squeaks over the net. We've got a tip game happening here, and it's shot outside to Cassone, who does an off-speed shot. An out-of-system ball for the Pac-Man now, and a great high swing by their right side, number 10. The ball back to our right side on this side of the court, Preds, with a tip and a big swing by number 13, tooling the block and getting the kill.
What an angle there by Connor Gunn to get the right angle off of Cassone's massive block for the tool. Great shot. And number 7, Spencer Ham, the setter for Pac-Man, is back to serve.
Great pass by Snyder to get that ball to Hutt, but the ball is dug up by libero. And a net is called, I believe, against Pac-Man. But man, that libero number 5,
What an up.
Alexa Rocket, was a great dig. Hut now on the end line serving.
Good deep serve handled by number 13 on Pac-Man. Running it in system, quick to the middle, shut down by Vandenheuvel, number 10. Wow.
That was a massive move into the open area that he'd left, and the middle didn't see it coming over there. Hut serving. To Folsom, who passes the ball, and out to number 10, whose arm gets back just a little bit late and sends it out the end line there.
Yeah, that was a great look for number 10. Unfortunately, just not getting the better of that ball, sending it out the back line. But great pass by Folsom in a great set. So you can see Pac-Man working here in system. 24 to serve for Predators. Handled again by Folsom. Setter opts to go back to the left side with Clermont. Painting that line with his tip. Side out Pac-Man.
Connor Gunn on the service line for Pac-Man, looking to get a run here and gain some momentum. Spin serve handled by the libero for the Preds. And a big swing by Droppert that goes wide. What an angle, but missed the court. Point for Pac-Man.
Droppert really giving 110% there with his power to get behind that ball, just missing the sideline there. Wow, look out, people in the stands.
Spin serve by number 13. Passed up by Droppert and sent back to Cassone again. Great dig by number 7 on Pac-Man, and a free ball is sent back over to Preds there. Going back out to Droppert, who does a roundhouse swing there. A great high swing, chased down by Toby Snyder into the back of the sport court and rolled back over by Droppert. A right side swing tipped by number 10, dug up and sent back over free to the Pac-Men. And an overpass on that free ball that Aiden Vandenheuvel said no way to and slammed right back down.
Wow, what a rally. That was quality volleyball. It's too bad Pac-Man sent that ball over for Vandenheuvel, just waiting for it for the attack. But what a way to finish a rally, my goodness.
Nice serve by Cassone. Overpass by number 5 now, and Vandenheuvel ready again. That's 2 in a row. Tyson Cassone still on the end line serving for KW Preds. Number 5 gets his hands on it, but the second ball is played out of bounds in Preds point. Timeout called by Pac-Man here. What do we think their plan is coming out?
I think that Pac-Men are going to have to work on communicating a little bit more in this set. It's a little quiet over there, and I know it's a loud gym, but really focusing on playing together as a team, working if the ball's not right to the setter, who's going to take second ball, what that looks like, where the block is, where are the shots that are open for their hitters, what that looks like. I think that could be really helpful for this team moving forward.
Yeah, they're going to need to try to regain some of the control they had on service during the second set that they've lost in the last few points there. But to give the Preds some credit, that serve they're sending over is very fast and hard, and it's going to be difficult to control.
Yeah, I think the Preds have really upped their service game this set compared to the second. It's really challenging and difficult to pass those balls. They're floating or there's top spin coming down. It's very hard to pass at this level. So if they keep that up, they might be unstoppable here in the third set.
If Pac-Man can get a pass here and get their middle going again, the middles for Pac-Man have been really efficient with their swings. It could be the break they need.
It's the game of the middles on both sides. They're being game changers on Preds and Pac-Man. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah.
Serve into the net by Cassone after the timeout, and Pac-Man are they gonna take advantage? Number 1, Julius Greenstein back to serve. Great serve, passed up by Toby Snyder and sent back to Cassone back row. who swings long, and Pac-Man point.
Yeah, really interesting play there. It looked like Pac-Man opted not to go up to block Cassone, and in this case it worked in their favor as that ball was sailing out of bounds. Number 1 with the serve to the middle. Vandenheuvel passes it well. Dropper with the tip down the line, but just long there for the Predators. Pac-Man point. We're all tied up here in the third at 8.
Pac-Man has to feel good with it tied up again, and now they're really in it here if they can continue this run. Greenstein serves, and Toby Snyder passes a tight ball. Ball to Vandenheuvel, and another overpass back to that massive middle block. But he's called over for playing the ball across the plane of the net. In volleyball, if the ball's on the other side of the net, you cannot break the plane.
So that gives Pac-Man the lead here in this set number 3. Let's see if they can capitalize and go on a run.
C-ball to Cassone, no block again, and he just hits it straight down from the back row.
Yeah, he learned from his mistake that last C-ball. He's able to capitalize with quite an authoritative kill there.
Oh yeah. Number 1 dropper back to serve for the KW Preds. Spin serve going long and wide, and back to Pac-Man with the service.
Pac-Man number 10, Will Calarmo, serving, which means that their setter number 7 is in the front row. We'll see what that looks like in terms of their offensive play.
Ball overpass by the Preds. 5 there, ready to take care of it. A very quick back row ball over top of the front row middle. Preds pick it up and respond with a swing from the outside. And they get a tip back that barely gets up. And then a ball tipped by the middle into the block and then lifted as it comes back.
Yeah, point Pac-Man there. And we'll see a timeout from Preds. Just looking to calm down the game as Pac-Man is up 11-9 now in this third set.
This is the first time that the Preds have been down for a few points in a row here, and they're going to have to find a way to respond because they haven't had to come back for this entire match.
Yeah, agreed. They haven't had much adversity in that way, so it'll be interesting to see what they're talking about as a team here versus Pac-Man. A little more confidence, some energy now on that side. We'll see if they have some plans to move forward here and get some more points.
Pac-Man talking probably about the control that they're now having at the net. They've successfully shut down the middle and the front row for the Preds right now, which is very big for them. And if they can continue to control some of those offensive threats for the Preds, they're going to have a good chance of taking this set and moving on to a fourth set here.
Yeah, they're playing very smart right now in this third set. So I think if they continue to capitalize on that, communicate, we'll see what happens. Anybody's game.
Both teams back out on the court, and Pac-Man have the serve. Number 10 for Pac-Man, Clarmo on the service line. Float serve passed by Droppert and sent back to the middle. And Vandenheuvel has gotten over whatever that disconnect was the last few points with a big swing off the block.
So smart by Vandenheuvel. That pass was pushing the setter back, and he stayed right with him. And that only caused one-on-one block with the left side there, and he's able to capitalize.
Number 10, Aiden serving. Great pass by Pac-Man and sent to the left side, who swings at an unstable block that's chasing that shoot set for a nice tool kill.
Gotta love the confidence on Reed Folsom there, really going after the middle block, which has proved to be pretty dominant so far in this game. But he was able to score off the high hands of number 24 Hutt there for the middle and on the Preds.
Folsom serves now, and Dropper passes it up to the middle Hutt, who is right in the middle of some blockers and hits it almost straight down.
He really gets up there just from his athleticism and his jump, but then also his high reach. He was over top of that block for sure. Good on number 5 on Pac-Man for stepping in there and taking it.
Number 11 takes a swing at a back quick, but hits the tape.
Set looked a little low there maybe for Cooper. I'm sure they'll work to change that moving forward.
Milchenko on the service line still. Forced to the right side back row player and sends a short free ball out of system for Toby Snyder, sending a safe ball over, and then a nice back row pipe ball from Folsom for the kill off the block.
Yeah, great use by Folsom there. It looked like Snyder made a last-minute decision to help out with that pipe block, and so it wasn't fully pressed and formed over that net, and Folsom took advantage of it. We have number 11, Captain Cooper, back to serve. Good serve, handled by Preds. And great dig by Captain Cooper. There you go, they put it over the net for a free ball. Predators look to run their middle. Cameron Hutt doing a great job there.
Noah Hume covering a lot of the back row for the Preds there and leaving the middle ready to approach and swing and not having to worry about that free ball. Snyder on the service line. Great pass by Folsom and a big swing picked up, and they just can't reach it to put it back over and in the court. Point for the Pac-Men. Nice swing by number 13, Connor Gunn.
There's that tempo that's been working well for Pac-Man, leaving them some gaps with the block, and number 13, you're right, Connor Gunn really takes advantage of that.
Late hands and an ace for number 7. Spencer Ham on the service line, and Pac-Man maintains their lead by 2 points here.
Ham serving again for Pac-Man, looking for another ace. Handled by the libero on the Preds. They go to the back to Cassone. Cassone really elevated there over top of the block, finds that line. Really hard to read that hit.
A nice, smooth, deep shot that's hard to pick up. Hutt is on the end line now, serving for the KW Preds. Great pass by the Pac-Man, and back to the left side who passed it, who swings just long.
No touch there on the block. I think Pac-Man was looking for Hutt back to serve here for Predators.
All tied up.
Great
nice
serve.
Pass by Folsom too. And a big swing off Dropper's hands by number 13, Connor Gunn of Pac-Men. Number 13, Connor Gunn back on the service line for Pac-Men, up by 1. And into the net to tie it back up. Even Stevens as Tyson Cassone gets back on the end line there. Controlled serve and then a ball to the right side. A nice high swing by number 10 that's picked up by Snyder. Dropper gets a tight set but recycles it. And Malchenko takes the swing for himself and sneaks it past the block.
Everyone loves a setter kill. Added to the stat sheet for number 9, Malchenko, taking advantage of that one-on-one option with the left side on Pac-Man and scoring for the team. Love to see it.
Free ball sent over by number 10 from Pac-Man and sent back to Dropper, who takes a big swing straight through the arms of the triple block. A big touch on its way through that blocker's hands and a kill for Dropper.
Impressive swing. That was a nicely formed triple block by Pac-Man, and he finds Corp.
Preza pulled ahead, and we've got Cassone serving on the end line. And a one-on-one block for Folsom, and he takes advantage of it, hammering it cross court.
Yeah, good look by Folsom there. Great quick side out by Pac-Man as well.
We've got a sub for the Pac-Man, number 4, coming into the game to go back Davis Hishelwood. He does a nice deep serve, controlled, and a nice tip by the middle blocker, number 10, Aiden Vandenheuvel, that scores.
Yeah, Vandenheuvel's up really high there. It's almost like he has time to pick and choose. Oh, there's the empty court. Tip it right there. Very smart. Dropper to serve here, number 1 for Preds. Deep float, handled by Folsom. To the right side, the ball goes to Clermont. Blocked by Preds.
Snyder.
Going back to Clermont.
Woo!
With a heavy hit and kill for Pac-Man.
Number 10 has just been waiting, Clermont, for that massive swing outside the block and down the line.
Wow.
The ball's now stuck way up above, and we're going to have to find a new ball after that huge attack.
Huge attack, my goodness. And Clermont goes back to serve here for Pac-Man.
Deep serve controlled by Dropper and sent outside. Toby Snyder sends a tip in, and the line judge calls the ball on the antenna. Point Pac-Man. All tied up at 19-19. This is a race to 6 points here.
Clermont still on the serve here for Pac-Man. Handled
Nice
by
pass.
the libero on Fred's side. Set outside to Toby Snyder off the block. They get it again. He's going to go up for the second time to a triple block off the hands. Pac-Man's going to their middle. Captain Cooper into the block. Pac-Man not able to recover. What a rally.
Those were some big hands by Aiden Vandenheuvel right over the ball, waiting for that ball to be hit right into them. He takes that block back to the service line now. Great service and pass up by Pac-Man. Folsom does an off-speed shot over the block that's picked up by the Preds. And a great use of a very tight set by Snyder to get the point for the KW Preds there from the left side.
I'm not even quite sure how he got that one through the block, but it was very smart play by Snyder.
Whatever he did there.
Whatever he did
Worked
proved effective. And now we're up here for Preds in the third set. Timeout, Pac-Man.
Pac-Man are right in this set right now, and it's very possible for them to push it to a fourth set. But what do they need to do to turn it back around and take control again?
Yeah, I think we're coming back to what we discussed earlier in terms of if their passing is in system, then they're able to operate with a bunch of different options offensively. And when their passing is not so great, that's when they send a lot of balls to the outside and Predators are shutting them down. So they need to really focus on the basics of the passing, pushing the pass right to the setter to allow for some different options on offense.
Absolutely, and the Preds over here, they're up by 2 in the third set. What they need to do is limit their errors and not let Pac-Man back into this game if they want to finish it.
For sure. If I was Pac-Man, I'd be setting number 10, Will Clermont, after that big kill that he had earlier this set. See if he can get some momentum off that and really bring the team back into this game.
We've also got Captain Cooper in the front row.
Captain
for
Cooper,
them.
look out. Pred serving number 10, Aiden Vandenheuvel. And we're at 21-19 for the Preds here in the third set.
Strong serve out of the timeout, having the libero set it for Pac-Man. A nice deep tip by Folsom, and then a fastball outside to Toby Snyder, and he turns it line.
That was an impressive shot by Toby. He had an angle coming in like he was going cross, and he was able to turn his shoulders and get really in front of that ball to crank it down the line. Great option.
Vandenheuvel still on the end line for Preds at 22-19 in the third set. Deep serve, nicely passed by 13 for Pac-Man.
Great shot there by Folsom, taking advantage of the block there. Confident shot for sure, as we've seen time and time again. The block is really strong for the Preds, but Folsom now back to serve for Pac-Man, 20-22. Free ball over to Pac-Man now. Spencer Ham sends it to the outside with one-on-one block, and he's able to get the kill off of the libero, number 14 for the Preds, bringing the score to 21-22. Timeout, Predators.
That ball came so fast at the Preds libero that I don't think he had time to get his hands up even.
He couldn't react. It was very quick. Very, very quick. It was a good option because the middle on the Predators side had to stay and connect with his middle, leaving it to a one-on-one on the outside.
Yeah, very well-run offense on that play for Pac-Man, and they've tied it up here with a race for 3 points, really.
Race for 3 points. I mean, it's a great time to call a timeout for the Predators in terms of if you want to ice the server maybe. Let's calm down, take a deep breath, and get moving forward. But if you're Pac-Man, this is a great time to strategize what's working well. How can we move forward like this? Let's keep getting some points and momentum here.
Pac-Man trying to probably anticipate who they're going to go to coming out of this so that they can fully prepare for what's to come. They only have 2 attackers in the front row, but Cassone has been very effective from the back row as well, so we can't count out that back row attack either.
Reed Folsom still serving for Pac-Man, number 2. Deep float serve, handled well by Dropper. Going to that C ball, as mentioned, for Cassone, no block. Great dig by Clermont. Sent over the net for Pac-Man. For Preds, over to the left side. Snyder, deep, heavy hit. Pac-Man still swinging away. What a huge rip by number 19, Connor Gunn, going one-on-one with the big block of Cameron Hutt. Wow.
Popped it right through his arms there.
We're tied at 22s here.
Folsom still in the end line serving. A pass that they chase, and Cassone's up swinging again with no block. A good dig by Folsom in the back row. Number 10 responds with a short volley. And then Toby Snyder taking it across. What a great dig by the libero of Pac-Man. A big tip. Cassone gets under it but can't control it quite. And Toby Snyder responds with another attack. But the dig gets pushed outside and is forced into the antenna there.
Really good try there by Gunn, trying to bring that ball back in before it hit that antenna. Not proving successful this time, but really they're giving it their all out there, trying to stay in this game. Predators up 23-22. Malchenko on the service line, sending the ball out to the left side. Gunn, great hit, and up by the libero, sending a free ball over. Pac-Man goes to the right side for Clermont. Snyder blocked that ball. Pac-Man going now to the left.
Ball gets called in.
Tape.
Yeah.
Predators point, bringing it to set and game point here.
This is game point for the Ontario Championship of 18U D1T1. Can Pac-Man hold the Predators off? Malchenko serves it in. Great set back to number 11, Captain Cooper, with a great swing and a tight moment for the Pac-Man.
Yeah, there was a lot of confidence there for Captain Cooper to swing on that back quick set. It was really tight and it worked for him.
Predators on serve receive looking for the win here, and Pac-Man looking to push a 4th set. Hume with the pass, an outside ball to Cassone, who dodges the ball off the block for the win. Ontario champions, the KW Preds, a 3-peat for this team. They won the last 2 years as well. And
yeah, really impressive win for the Preds there. They were in control of all of that match. Offense, defense, serving. They really had it all going for them that game. Kudos to the 17U boys Pac-Man team. They came out fighting. Really, really hard match, hard fought, quality volleyball. A lot of fun to watch here.
That was a great game and a great final.
Agreed. If you're still looking for some volleyball action, head over to court 11. Looks like the bronze medal game is still happening between Pac-Man and Phoenix. But for here we have a champion, 18U boys, Div 1, Tier 1 gold medalist, KW Preds Invictus.